I need an opinion on something. Because this is going to be really, really different. I don't know what kind of background music to use, or what kind of background images to use for this.
Just everything.
Straight out of Compton by N.W.A.
Yes! Yes! An instrumental cover of that. I will find one for you.
Oh, God.
You think that's a joke, but I will.
And there's the slight intro before the disclaimer. Like, what do we want to use? Straight out of Compton. Go. Let's go.
Fucking works.
The Dub Talk podcast contains strong language and images. Viewers' discretion is advised. Also, there's a strong possibility of spoilers in this episode. So, if you're watching a series that we are talking about, maybe go watch them and come back. Also, Oni-chan, I am a naughty kid. That's a technical fail.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to Dub Talk, the podcast where on any normal day a group of anime nerds get together and discuss their thoughts on a recent English dub announcement or review the dub of a series that was recently released on Blu-ray and DVD. I'm Stephanie, and I am joined by Hardy and Megan. The OG hosts are in the house.
Yay, yay.
Whoop whoop. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Megan's a goat now. Oh, no. So, in case you don't know the joke, so us OGs, we call ourselves the original goats.
Because of somebody.
Because of somebody.
Who shall remain nameless.
If I'm right, it's my fault.
Probably, yes.
Other than that, the actual chat that we talk to everybody on is literally called Felicia's Nursery.
Did Jamal? I think Jamal was the one who changed it to Felicia's Nursery.
What was it at one point? It was like it was like super high school level screaming, or
I don't remember anymore. That thing changes like every week or so.
Yeah.
It like next week it could be something completely different. But anyway, dear Lord, it's been forever since it's been the three of us. Dear Lord.
Yerp.
Yeah, the last time anyone's probably heard the three of us together was Dimension W.
What? Who? What are you talking about?
Shine on, Crazy Grandpa.
Right. Never mind. Crazy
What is this
on,
Dimension W that you speak of? I've never heard.
Honestly, I forgot that show even existed.
Yeah, me too.
I think even Funimation forgot it existed, or at least tried to forget. You know.
That's what My Hero Academia was for, to wash away the shame.
Yes. Anyways, so tonight we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different. So
tonight we sacrifice a live human on recording. Noah, come out.
God damn it.
You're like, which human? It could be you.
God damn it. Anyways, so
sign up now.
Guys, god damn it. We're back together again and already shit's hitting the fan. What is this? Okay, so a couple months back, Funimation and Crunchyroll announced their new partnership that I know I'm excited
A couple of months ago, Daddy Funimation married Mommy Crunchyroll and got together in bed.
I wouldn't say it's a marriage. It's just sort of, a little friends with benefits situation.
Whatever, they're fucking.
But I know it's something that I'm actually pretty excited for. I know a lot of people, especially in the dub crew, are rather excited for this. And then, much more recently, the past few weeks, Funimation announced their slate of simuldubs that they're going to be producing for the fall season.
I.e., time to whip out our dick again.
Yep.
Yeah. And, of course, they've decided to go for almost everything they have in this season, as well as some from Crunchyroll's previous seasons, okay?
Don't forget, you're here forever.
Yeah. So, we asked you listeners out there to help us out a little bit on deciding what ones we should cover this season, because good lord, we are not having a repeat of last season.
And I brought the gas cannon matches for nothing.
Damn it.
No, you everyone has set the Dub Talk chat on fire plenty times. We don't need that again. So what we've done, so what we did for a week is we had this survey going on that Chartmaster Roots, of course, put together for us, and you guys got the chance to help us out in picking some things. We've taken at least the top 8 selections or so, plus at least one extra, and you'll understand why in a minute, to cover, and we're actually going to be revealing those to you today. So that's why the 3 of us are here, the OGs, so it's kind of appropriate for us to do that.
We're here to decide the fate of the Dubger games.
No, this is
it's time for the reaping.
It's the fall. It's the student council election arc. That's what we're doing. No. Remember?
No, it's fall time, so this would be the Dub Talk harvest.
Yes. This is very true. This is true. But before
do we get to make pizza with that kid from Silver Spoon?
Can we?
Food?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why doesn't that have a dub? Oh right. Fuck you, Onaplex.
Yeah.
Right.
It's it's the Great Pumpkin, Shiro Emiya.
God damn it.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Godswell. Oni-chan, it's the Great Pumpkin, Des.
Jesus Christ.
Literally this episode, it's the Great Oni-chan, it's the Great Pumpkin, Desu.
Yay! Alright, but before we get too far into talking about what
please just hashtag it's the Great Pumpkin, Oni-chan.
Can I finish talking, please?
I'm sorry, Mom. Not really, but...
Yeah, I know you're not sorry. But before we get into what our fall lineup is going to be, there are a few other episodes we kind of just wanted to address real quick and briefly talk about in terms of like upcoming ones and give you a sneak peek of some plans that we're working on as well. There are at least 4 other ones that we're going to talk about real quick though. So we're going to get those out of the way first. So I would say at least 2 of the big ones that are more than likely, I promise, are in the works right now. One being for Danganronpa 3, End of Hope's Peak Academy, the future
We're not
arc.
sorry.
We apologize for nothing.
Basically, part 3 of that massive Danganronpa project, which at the time of recording this episode, the Despair episode finally went up today. And
the only thing in that fucking arc that hasn't been delayed is the dub.
Yeah. So, in case you might forget who's a part of the Danganronpa project, it's been myself, Megan, Andrew, and Zenith. We already had discussed Danganronpa the animation, and just mentioned like 5 seconds ago, we did the Despair arc from Danganronpa 3. Initially with Danganronpa 3 Future, we were going to do it as an Impressions episode. However, due to scheduling issues, it got to the point where the dub was already like over halfway done. So we decided to wait until the dub was over, which should actually be next week at the time recording this.
Yeah, but then like the week after we're at 3 of us are at Youmacon, so...
Yeah, so we're going to try and get that recorded and worked out, hopefully in the near future, but it is on its way. The other big show from the summer simuldub season, which personally I don't know what's the story with that. Hardy doesn't know what the story with that is because he's the host for it. It's Tales of Zestiria, the X, that one being one of the Double Talk shows from last season, and from what I have right here, according to what we have for signups and stuff like that, Hardy is supposed to be host with Jamal and maybe Jet, and it might be a dub review. Because from my knowledge, a lot of it I think is the video game cast coming back, so it made more sense to have a dub review rather than an Impressions episode for it. So that one's up in the air right now. So those are the 2 at least from the summer season. Just wanted to touch upon real quickly and let you know one is definitely happening. One, not sure. We're working on it.
If you ask me very, very nicely and give me lots of cookies and stuff, and maybe I'll consider it.
Did I also mention, please bribe me in Love Live? Please bribe me in Google Play cards for Love Live, and I will do things.
Oh, Lord. And...
Have I mentioned I'm trash?
Yes, several times. We know this. So those are the two from the summer simulcast season. But there's two... We have a lot of plans for episodes. Again, Roots has a chart with everything all nicely organized of what we're interested in doing and who wants to do what.
Roots literally has a chart for everything.
Yeah,
He's got a chart for his charts.
He has a chart for his chart. He has a chart on you, our listeners. He knows who you are.
He knows your weird fetishes.
Yes. Especially you,
now
right
I'm
there.
a bit concerned. Now I'm a bit concerned about the fetishes, but okay.
Yeah.
So kind of to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of some other episodes we're kind of working on right now. Figured two of them might be good enough. So one of them, which I'm excited for, personally, because I was hoping and praying that this one would get a dub. It's actually for Overlord. It was because it premiered last year in 2015, I think. And this one is another one of those like trapped in an MMORPG kind of things, that kind of genre, similar to like Sword Art Online, Log Horizon. But this is basically the one Funimation finally took on, one of the newer ones. And it's actually coming out on DVD and Blu-ray on, if I remember right, November 8th, which is my birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
It's convenient because we also get to decide who is our real-life evil overlord on that date. So...
my manager already told me that it's apparently my fault. My birthday is the reason why the election sucks. Just to mess with me, but okay. So, in terms of who, as of right now...
You want to also know why November 8th is a terrible day in U.S. history?
Why?
Sky Wizards comes out on DVD.
Oh.
Shit, you're right. But, there is a broadcast dub that's coming out on November 8th, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So, plus side. So the people who so far are signed up to take part of this, I've opted to be the host for it, and then I think I convinced Hardy yesterday to be a part of this. And then Roots had already signed up for this episode already. So Overlord, I think that's going to be a fun one. And considering the cast list for that one, I don't want to give anything away in case people haven't seen the cast list for it yet. It's an interesting cast. It's a very interesting cast. And then the other one to kind of give a sneak peek to, which Hardy is hosting.
Apparently so.
Apparently so.
I'm hosting
because I'm a fucking horrible person.
I'm hosting a lot of episodes I did not know I was hosting. This is all news to me.
I think you might have signed up for this one a while ago, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually Shimaneta. I think this one came out summer 2015, if I remember right.
It's Blade Runner with boobs.
Basically. It's one of the pervy sex comedies of some sort that's like dystopian world where I haven't seen the show, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Love nectar cookies.
Yes.
It's basically what would happen if sex and all this kind of stuff, like pornographic
pervy
imagery,
stuff.
all this kind of stuff, pervy stuff was outlawed, essentially, and you have a group of rebels fighting against it in a sense. So, as of now, like I said before, Hardy somehow is the host of this episode. He didn't even know this.
Yes, this is news to me.
And then it's also Andrew and Jamal who's on that episode as of right now. I know Jamal really, really wanted to do this episode. He's been looking forward to this one for forever.
Yep.
like at least every so often when we're complaining in the dub talk show, like, I hope this gets a home video release with a dub, and this one comes in. Jamal, Shimaneta, I hope it has a dub. Jamal always comes in. That's the one big one he always asks about. But yeah, so Shimaneta's a thing that hopefully will happen in the near future. So that's just kind of a little sneak peek for you guys Believe me, there's a lot more, and it would take hours probably to go through every single one we were going to plan out. But even then, it's good to keep some secrets. So, and my phone went off. Damn it, Andrew!
Shut up, Andrew.
It was Andrew favoriting a tweet, my bad. So, I think we can move on to the real reason why we are here today. So the fall...
Yeah, I got the goat ready.
Yeah, so the fall simultaneous season, we don't need to do anything with goats, god damn it. We're not sacrificing them to our evil overlords, okay?
Aww.
Not yet. Damn it.
We're also not burning things with fire, so you can put the gasoline and the matches back over there in the corner.
Oh, you're no fun.
I know, I'm a killjoy. I'm told that all the time, okay? I'm sorry. So, if I remember correctly, in terms of the fall simuldub season for Funimation, there was, 16, 17?
There's a lot.
Too many dubs.
Too many dubs.
Mind you,
Too many dubs.
Mind you, I think this is also including, though, couple leftovers from last season, in second seasons. Yep. So when the survey was made, we basically took all of the simuldubs that were expected to come out, minus Psyche K, which obviously we already did, Show by Rock Season 2, which we already did, and Puzzles and Dragons. Those are the three big ones we did not include in the survey. Everything else was fair game. And we actually did this in 3 questions, one being for everyone to select at least 3 shows that they would be interested in us doing. And then there was a question about...
And yet I'm somehow in 5 episodes?
It's your own damn fault.
Not sorry.
And then one helping us determine a Ladies' Night episode, and one helping us determine a Manime episode as well.
Yes.
So we're basically going to go through... the ones that basically won the survey, and we're going to be covering. And I essentially sorted this out based on the broadcast date that Funimation has given us for the simuldubs. So the first one, at the time of recording this, this dub is actually already premiered.
And Megan, being the lazy little motherfucker she is, actually watched it.
I think this one was the first one I watched, only because I wanted to make quick predictions, and I'm not even in this episode. So this is actually for Izetta the Last Witch, which is basically like if World War II had magic in it, in a sense.
I'm essentially already calling it Better Strike Witches.
Yeah,
because there's magical cute lesbians.
Well, we don't know if they're lesbians. Don't you start. You haven't even seen it.
I have. I've watched the first episode in the sub. Lesbians!
God damn it. Anyway, so this one already premiered on October 19th. That was when the first episode came up. So again, already came out. And essentially, if you've seen the Grimgar and the Love Life Sunshine episodes.
Because those are 2 shows that correlate completely.
Yes.
So much in common.
Essentially, the crew who did those 2 episodes are coming back for this one. So Megan is going to be the host of Izetta.
Yay.
With bringing in Andrew, Jet, and Roots along with her. So that's going to be a fun one.
Sadly, less dying goblins this time.
Less dying goblins. Rest in peace, Rob Goblin.
And Bob Goblin.
And Bob Goblin.
The Gablins.
The Gablins.
Nice.
But fuck you,
Good job.
kobolds.
God damn it.
But fuck the kobolds. Fuck those guys.
Jesus Christ. So, I'm the big thing I'm surprised with Izetta, and again, I'm not even in this episode. I got one of my predictions right, because some of these episodes that are going to be happening, I'm just making predictions for funsies. And Izetta, I got one right. I don't know how. I'm just going to say right now. But
shut up.
I don't know.
Oh, good for you.
Ew.
I only got. It's the only one I got right. I didn't get anything else right. I could potentially get more right considering who was announced on the press release that they gave us. But yeah, Izetta, that's the first one that's already come out now. So hooray! So the next one that's coming out it's gonna start airing on the 23rd of October. So at the time of recording this, it's actually gonna be this Sunday. Hardy, because I'm screen sharing this outline with people's right now. Hardy, since you are the host, do you want to talk about this next one that I have going on here?
I'll see if I can. I will be hosting, or no, actually, I don't know if I'll be hosting or not. I think someone might have actually.
Someone else is. I forgot.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But I am in this
you
episode.
Are in it. Yes, you are in it. Do you want to talk about
it? And this was our anime choice, wasn't it?
It is.
Yeah. We will be covering 91 days from the past season. Mm-hmm. And who is going to be with me in that one?
I believe Roots has stepped up to be the host for the episode.
Right.
And alongside you as well, we have Sneebs and Andrew coming in to help out on that episode. So 91 days, and there's 2 other shows. When the partnership with Funimation Crunchyroll came out, these 3 were the ones that actually were the first to come up in terms of we're gonna be doing a simuldub of these. So I think a lot of us were wondering when those were coming out.
Sadly, no Bunigo.
No Bunigo, not now. I'm very sad. I'm hoping it happens. But yeah, 91 days. It's premiering on Sunday, October 23rd. And it is the manime episode that was voted for. So yeah.
Basically, for those who have not watched it, you like Bakuno, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take Bakuno's basic setting, and then take all the humor out of it, all the quirkiness, all the mysticism, and just make it a pure mafia revenge story. That's basically this.
Minus what the hell is that crazy character's name?
Fango, yes. He's
batshit.
He's basically a slightly toned down Lad Russo with the crazier elements of Favaro Leone. And the weird hair.
Favaro!
Now I'm gonna be using Fango.
God damn.
But yeah.
Now we have to have Fango as Ian just for shits and giggles.
Right.
Because why not? But that one's happening. Pretty awesome. And speaking of shows that were previously announced in a partnership, Megan, do you want to talk about this next one? Because you're in this one. I'm in this one too.
I'm in this episode, but I'm not the host.
I'm not the host of this one either, but go ahead and talk about it.
Steph and myself, along with Noah and our hostess Gigi, which means time to break out your box wines and torture porn for Noah, are covering Sadness Fiesta 2016, aka Orange.
Yep. This is the series based on the really, really popular manga, and which was actually the anime was directed by the same director who did Steins Gate. It is
apparently scientifically engineered to make you cry like a baby.
Yeah, kinda. Because essentially, with what Orange is, kind of just to talk about the story briefly, it's this group of high schoolers, and they're trying to save their friend who is a new transfer student. But how they know that something's happening to this kid, they received letters from themselves 10 years in the future.
The future, you say?
Yeah. So in the 10 years in the future from majority of the story, this kid has died from an accident.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah. So the 5 other friends of this transfer student, they wrote letters to themselves, and they sent them back to this somehow. They never really explain how, honestly.
Fuck you, that's why.
Yeah. They send them to their high school selves, and these 5 high schoolers, they decide to take upon themselves to save this one guy, based on the events that are written in their letters. So, it's actually really good. I enjoyed it, watching the simulcast for it, and I'm really excited to see this. And the dub for this one is actually one of 2 that's going to be premiering on Monday, October 24th. So that one's going to be really exciting to have and do. I actually should have let you do this next one, Megan. Do you want to do this?
I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway.
Do it.
And I'm summing up the show. I'm doing the whole 9 yards.
What's the next show we're gonna be talking about this season?
Coming in next. Hype. Hype.
Yeah. This is the one that got the most
votes.
in the survey.
And is probably one of the most popular shows airing right now. Gentlemen and lady, I give you Yuri on Ice.
Yay!
Or gay male figure skating.
AKA that really gay male figure skating show.
Yeah. It should be called Yowie on Ice, basically.
It really should.
It really should.
Okay,
and
Victor's
Megan...
wolf whistle, mother of God. Oh, get me my box wine.
And Megan, I know you're hosting, but who's going to be joining you for Yuri on Ice?
Obviously joining me for Yuri on Ice, because when Steph can't come out to play and do naughty things, I gotta get my other girl, Gigi. And it's time for us to do our favorite thing on Earth. Torture Noah with homoerotic anime!
Yay!
I should mention, though, he volunteered for this episode.
He did not get dragged there like First Love Monster and
or dramatical murder.
God bless that episode.
He did volunteer. He is genuinely interested in this show.
But to be fair, as much as we joke about it, Yuri on Ice is actually a fantastic show about a figure skater named Yuri who is down on his luck and thinks he's going to quit and gets exposed on the internet by 3 little fat girls.
What?
They're kind of fat.
I haven't started this yet. And I need to.
Who eventually gets caught the eyes of his idol Victor, who travels to Japan to become his coach. And from there, I can't. Just go watch the show.
This is basically Megan is Thirsty, the anime.
Yeah, straight men are thirsty, the anime. Hardy. Such arrows, even a man like me could get pregnant.
That image that I saw with that subtitle,
alone,
I'm done.
I don't care what happens. If Funimation does not put that line word for fucking word in the dub, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Oh my god.
And now from making everybody feel gay to making everybody feel heterosexual.
Yep. Just to make this clear, Yuri on Ice is the other show that is premiering on Monday, October 24th. Now,
at like 10 at night, so I can watch it.
Yes.
I can watch it after work.
Now, Hardy, what is the next one we're covering? Because I know you're excited about this one.
Oh yes, doing completely in the opposite direction. We have a different type of sports show. And I was going to do this episode even if it didn't get voted, because you know what? You girls can have your gay figure skaters. I want my butt wrestling. We're covering Keijo. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. This is the one oddball one where I was kind of like, what?
Yeah,
I
buddy.
don't know. A lot of people really wanted to see this one. I think there was at least 2 surveys where 2 people voted specifically for this show, nothing else, and didn't even answer the anime or ladies' night questions. I think, according to what we're telling.
Thank you for rigging our polls, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And Hardy, who's going to be joining you for Keijo?
Well, obviously I'm hosting this one. I mean, you'd have to pry it out of my cold
on
dead.
that night,
Yeah.
we have the greatest battle of all. Butts versus boobs.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I'll be hosting, and with me, because Jamal lost a bet, because I bet him that if Keijo made it to Double Talk, and it did,
Fuck you.
I don't know how it happens.
Yes.
One oddball one.
That he would do the episode for me, and he was hesitant at first until he actually watched the episode. Now he's happy to do it, and also, you know, if you get to torture Noah with bad, over dramatical crying shows and gay figure skaters, I get to torture him with giant butts. So
yeah. He got dragged in.
Is Jamal like your punching bag to like Noah being mine?
yeah, and also Andrew's gonna be with me. So it's basically 4 horny boys talking Talking about...
By the way, Andrew volunteered for this one himself.
Andrew would volunteer for a lot of things.
He does volunteer for a lot of episodes.
Andrew
he does way too many episodes.
Andrew is our Komida.
He kind of is, actually. To an
Andrew
extent.
is our Komida.
To an extent. We love you, Andrew, but really. So, Keijo is actually premiering on Tuesday, October 25th. So the day after both Yuri on Ice and Orange. The next one to talk about. So this is... I gotta talk about this one. Because there's a story behind this one, and this is a really, really odd one. So throughout the course of the survey, there was one show that did not have a single vote at all. And for some reason, that kind of was like a stickler to Roots for some reason. Like, he was like, this one show has no votes. I find it so weird. And then he made a bet with all of us out of nowhere. If this show gets one vote, I'm doing the episode anyway. And at the last minute, on the final day of the survey, Aldermarin on the Sky ended up getting a vote.
It's Alderamen on the Sky.
Alderman. I can't pronounce words.
and it's cross us, not Wixis.
Yeah, we cross.
We cross. Wixis.
We cross.
I will always call it Wixis. I will always call
Well,
it
actually...
Get your fedora off your head. I will throw it in the trash can. Anyway, so Roots is gonna be doing this episode. Since he lost his bet, I don't know who's gonna join him right now. I don't know if anyone's gonna join him right now, because I don't think anyone wants to. So that'll be interesting to see what he does. But if anyone's interested in this one in particular, the dub premiere for this one is gonna be October 29th. So there's that. Now this other one here. This next one's actually a little bit interesting as well to talk about, and a reason for that is actually because of one of the other shows that was voted in. So, Hardy, do you want to talk about this next one real quickly?
Yeah, this is one that I volunteered to do last night. I wasn't planning on it, but because of certain circumstances, we're going to cover it.
Yep, certain circumstances and certain speculation at this point in the game.
Right. We have decided we're going to cover it. It's non-baka. And basically, it's like a more colorful prison school with pretty boys instead of perverted nerds and whatnot. But
from the clips I've seen of it from like Crunchyroll and stuff like that, it looks so funny. I haven't seen it yet, but I really want to.
We are actually still working on finalizing our who will be covering it, but we do know that I'm hosting, and we do know that Jamal will be joining me. As for anyone else, we are still working on finalizing that. So
I know you were considering bringing in. I think you said you wanted to try and recruit Sneeves and Lack.
Yes, I'm still waiting to hear back from them. But
we'll find out how that's gonna go. But if you're interested in seeing non-baka, it's actually gonna be premiering November 5th. If you want to keep an eye on that one. The next one to talk about. Oh Lord. So this one.
You do this one because I call announcing next one.
Yeah, I have to let you announce the next one. So this one is an interesting one too. It's actually going to be for Drifters. The series that based off the manga from the mangaka who originally did Hellsing. So this one is an interesting one in particular, because I think a few months back, the three of us were chatting, and it was one of those days where I happened to bring up, we haven't done an episode, just the three of us, in a while. So we kind of decided to make this the original GOATs, the OG's episode for this season. So it's going to be me as host, and of course Hardy and Megan are going to be joining me for that as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if either of you have yet.
It's very, very Hellsing. If you've seen Hellsing, and this is from the same guy, you'll know, oh yeah, this is definitely Kota Hirono. There is no mistaking it.
I've seen some previews online of it, and it definitely has those Hellsing vibes to it.
Oh yeah.
If you're interested in checking this one out, the dub is premiering for Drifters on November 6th, which is Sunday. which is on a Sunday. Megan, I know you're excited for this one, and I am too.
Oh my god, the story of my life. Our ladies' night. Well, I'm sad it's not Token Rambu, because gay swords. But that day will come, and one day come, and I actually kind of want to do that with like a bunch of guys.
That'd be fun.
I want to do that with me and a bunch of dudes. We have Kiss Him, Not Me.
Yay!
The story of one Fat Fujo's story from otaku to ohime to otaku again. That is going to be the ladies' night with, of course, Steph hosting, myself, Gigi, and the newest person to ladies' night, Zenith.
Yup, we haven't had the chance to integrate Zenith into ladies' night yet. So we talked to her and we're like, hey Zenith, do you want to be in ladies' night, this season's ladies' night? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, we're good. So yeah, it's the four of us jumping on there. And, if you're interested in catching...
But seriously, though, I really want to do the Token Rambu episode with, like, me and a bunch of guys.
Believe me, I want to do an episode for Trickster. I'm slightly sad that that one's not being covered right away, but I want to do Trickster. But anyway, if you want to keep up with Kiss Him, Not Me, this one's actually... this is the thing that makes me very happy about this one, too. Because I mentioned earlier that Overlord's being released on my birthday. Kiss Him Not Me is premiering on my birthday, so November 8th is the premiere for the dub of Kiss Him Not Me. And so that brings us to the last show. I think that makes it like, what, 10 now? At this point.
Yeah, this is the last one.
This is the last one. I know we were trying to stop at 8, but there was a couple of circumstances that came through during the survey, and even after. This one is the third show that was initially announced with the Crunchyroll Funimation deal alongside 91 Days in Orange. This show we're also going to be talking about is Mob Psycho 100 from the same creator who did the manga for One Punch Man, another summer show from last season. And this one, Jet's actually going to be hosting this one. He's going to step up to the plate. I don't think he's actually hosted an episode yet, so this will be interesting. And it's also going to have myself, Andrew, and Amandul. And this one is the reason why we decided to put non-Baka in the mix, because as of right now, we don't have a premiere date for the dub. So some of us in the Dub Talk chat are speculating that there's a possibility it could go to Toonami.
These are just rumors now. Just rumors.
We're just speculating at this point based on what we have in terms of release dates. Because out of all of the simul dubs, Mob Psycho is the only one that doesn't have a premiere date right now. So our speculation and what we think it could possibly happen is it might go to Toonami. We don't know for sure. We're waiting for confirmation on that. Until then, Mob Psycho might be put on the back burner for a little while until we know what's going on. But we are intending on covering that show, because if I remember right, the three that got the most votes in the survey were Yuri on Ice, 91 Days, and Mob Psycho. So we gotta make sure...
That's right, baby. Yuri on Ice.
Oh, yeah. So we gotta make sure Mob Psycho is covered. So you'll see an episode of that one eventually once we have a better idea of what's going on in terms of the plans, obviously, for... airing and broadcasting and what's going to go on there. I think there's a good... I do think there's a good possibility it's going to be a Toonami show. Especially with... God, because the lineup right now, I think it's... If I remember right, Dragon Ball Kai, JoJo just started. Naruto and One Piece are in there. Reruns of One Punch Man are in there right now.
Right. And don't forget that Kai officially ends in January, and we don't know, there's no confirmation that we're going to get Boo Saga. So, we don't know what Kai's future is. It's very possible that they could run the Boo Saga. It's very possible they could just start over from the beginning. It's possible even they may replace it with Super. We don't know. And it's also possible that they just I doubt they'll drop Dragon Ball altogether, because it's well, it's Dragon Ball.
It prints its own money.
Yeah, but the earliest we might be seeing another addition to Toonami would probably be January. So,
Possibly.
but again, this is all just speculation and tinfoil hat conspiracy. So,
It's all a conspiracy.
yeah. Hey, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not watching you. Remember that.
It's a conspiracy. I'm going NHK on this shit. Let's go. Anyway, so yeah, those are.
It's a mystery. Do 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 do.
So yeah, those are.
Do 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 do.
Megan, I love you. You're a dude. So yeah, those are the shows that we're gonna be intending on covering for the Siludub season this fall. So Izetta, to go over just quickly again, real quick. Izetta the Last Witch, 91 Days. Orange, Yuri on Ice, Kijo,
Woo!
Alderramen.
All the ramen.
Yeah,
all the ramen
on the sky.
Yeah, just if you just imagine getting one of those giant packages of Maro-chan from Sam's that cost like $3. It's all the ramen
And
on
getting
the sky.
really fucking high.
And then as well as Nanbaka
Dude,
Nanbaka
all the ramen on the sky, man.
God damn it. Nanbaka Drifters, Kiss Him Not Me, and Mob Psycho 100. Those are all the shows that us here at Dub Talk were intending on covering this season at some point.
Because remember,
in time.
kids, it's the Great Pumpkin Oni-chan.
God damn it. So
With all the ramen on the sky.
all of the ramen.
On the sky.
This is starting to sound like a Beatles song all of a sudden. It's the great pumpkin Oni-chan desu. All the ramen on the sky.
All the ramen on the sky.
We just
He's him, not me.
we just need to throw a Yellow Submarine in there for no reason. No, go
Yes.
with the tone of Yellow Submarine, that song, that with direction with that one, and then we're good.
It's the Great Pumpkin Oni-chan. The Pumpkin Oni-chan. The Pumpkin Oni-chan.
The pumpkin Oni-chan.
It's
It's so funny. Unrelated story. Unrelated story, but I went.
Pumpkin
Okay.
Oni-chan.
Unrelated
story. What's the story?
Yeah, I was at SeaWorld not too long ago, and we went down to the walrus enclosure. I was like, I want to see the walrus. And I'm just so hoping that someone would say "Goo Goo Gachoo."
Oh, no
I
one
am
did?
the walrus.
Yeah.
I love the SeaWorld walruses. They say hi to me.
I didn't get to
Like,
see
they're
him.
so sweet.
I
Yeah,
have a
he was
friend-
hiding.
he wasn't out?
I have a friend I went to high school with who was obsessed with the Beatles. She loves them. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the
that
walrus. He was
upsets
probably
me.
out hanging with the Eggman, And they were stealing the Chaos Emeralds.
Was he? Did he hang out with Sergeant Pepper too?
I think Sergeant Pepper was off getting high somewhere. He probably passed out in the back alley.
Knowing
Question, did you go on Wild Arctic and almost toss your cookies?
What'd you say?
Did you go on Wild Arctic and almost toss your cookies?
That was closed.
What the fuck? They just let you in the, animal
We
park?
we saw the penguins. They said the penguin exhibition is open, but the ride is closed.
Okay, that's not Wild
Oh,
Arctic.
okay.
That's a different ride.
Okay.
No, Wild Arctic is the helicopter simulator.
Oh no, heck no! I'm not going on that. Oh no! Yes,
Oh my God,
Wild
okay.
Arctic. Yes, we did. I did not toss my cookies, but I was thrown around rather violently.
Yes, for those of you who have never been to SeaWorld Orlando, there's this 20-something-year-old helicopter simulator called Wild Arctic,
Yeah.
which is not for the faint of heart,
Oh no!
because that ride is janky as fuck.
Yeah.
Um,
You will get bruised.
you will die. No, not
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, so the funny story I have with that is that, a couple years ago, my friend Christine, for her birthday, we went to SeaWorld. And it was, pouring rain, and we walked all the way from what was the shark exhibit at SeaWorld at the time, in the pouring rain, all the way to Wild Arctic, which is about half of the park. And we went in, and I'm in, my bathing suit. It's freezing fucking cold in there. So we go on the ride, and I don't know that my friend's boyfriend has motion sickness.
Oh no!
Oh great!
JC's head was, between his legs.
I can see Vazisi's going.
Oh,
He didn't puke, and then we looked at the walruses and the beluga whales, and we also took him on Manta, and he almost cried.
That would be your ringtone. Timing!
Timing!
That was
And he almost died.
And not staying in the episode while we're at it.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Who texted you?
So
Who texted you?
So I know before we call it a night, similar to
Fucking
what happened with
Time to
Sir
go.
Vamp, I think we wanted to have PSA public service announcement time with Hardy, because he kind of wanted to bring this up while we were recording this, and we figured we'd chat about it, you know.
Well, I promise not to be as long-winded and just, yammer on like I did last time, because that was kind of embarrassing, but I just wanted to bring up the...
Not as embarrassing about talking as about how girls get off.
Oh, never mind.
Anyways.
Kill us off?
Anyway,
The piano man?
anyway,
Megan!
no, yeah, as you know, or some of you may know, a lot of voice actors, mainly union actors who work for SAG-AFTRA, have recently gone on strike against a lot of video game companies. Now, this means that they won't be doing, they refuse to do any jobs for certain companies, not all of them, but some of the bigger ones like Activision and EA. And we just wanted to bring this to attention because our show is all about voice acting. And so this is a really big, important deal. And in order for anything to get done, we need to, support them and make the issue more well known. Spread the news about it. And that's hashtag Performance Matters. Go on there and read up all the terms and conditions about what the strike covers. It's not going to affect anime or any other film or animation voice acting like that. It's strictly video games. But and I know we don't cover video games here, but a lot of our favorite actors...
At least not yet, because I know we might be in talks to possibly integrating that.
Yeah, possibly,
Maybe.
Being the big word. But yeah, a lot of our favorite actors do work for video games and anime, and this affects them both. And so, yeah, just read up on the issue and what it covers, and give them support, and spread the hashtag Performance Matters. This is a big deal. Voice actors are, like I said in the SurVamp review, it's not a very well-paying job. It is not a very, it's a very thankless job, you know. And one thing that really got to me, Tara Strong said on her Twitter that one of the heads of the companies basically went to her face and told her, no one cares about the voice actors. I'm like, Megan, I can't curse, so could you do a big BS for me?
Bullshit.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, if you love voice acting as much as we do here at Dub Talk, you'll help spread the word on this, and just, love your voice actors, man. Like I said, spread the news, hashtag Performance Matters, and hopefully we can see some change in the voice acting community for the positive.
Yeah, definitely love your voice actors, because there are some companies that they don't really have a lot of respect for them for what they do, and like Hardy said, it is a thankless job. I know there have also been previous incidents that we haven't really brought up all that much. The key one being the Fullmetal Alchemist incident with comments from Henry Goto.
Oh yes.
We're not gonna go.
Fuck you.
We're not gonna go too much in detail with that. Just basically, if you don't know what we're referring to, Henry Goto did an interview where he, in a sense, he basically, excuse my language on this one, he basically shit on the voice actors because he felt that FMA, it was an Aniplex property, and it's an Aniplex property, it should stay with us, and we want to respect the material that was given, even though FMA is the dub for FMA is one of the most...
usually considered one of the greatest dubs of all time.
Absolutely. So, in a sense, he basically shat on and disrespected the hard work that these voice actors and staff and production staff went through to put it together. So,
Can I Diet Tribe?
And that is in addition also to his complete lack of a dub for the Persona 3 movies, which famously have always been dubbed. The video games have always been dubbed. In fact, Persona 5 is coming out dub only, and yet his whole reason for why they didn't dub the Persona 3 movies was, it sold well enough.
Yeah.
Which is
I believe he also said, like, Roni Kenshin wasn't cute
no,
enough
that's
or
a rumor.
something.
That wasn't actually true, but no, the whole thing was that Rurouni Kenshin wasn't Ugu enough, but that wasn't actually from Aniplex. That was just a rumor. I wish they had said it because it would have given me reason to talk bad about them. But,
I know personally we always tend to shit on Aniplex as a whole, because some of their business model we don't exactly quite agree with on some cases, but
as in, like, I actively don't buy things from
right
them because fuck that.
right, but this kind of situation is a completely different level because it's just one individual, not an entire company. It's really one individual's opinion on something,
and it's a really bad opinion.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like, if I can kind of have my moment, because I haven't really gotten to rant on things like
by all means.
Though Yuri on Ice is going to unleash a fucking firestorm. I'm saving that rant for Yuri.
yeah.
Seriously, voice actors don't get a lot of love when they should. They have to deal with people being like, you should just go watch this on Kiss Anime. It's gonna make it get another season anyway.
No.
Which it's not. And you're gonna cause a lot of these guys to lose their jobs and their incomes. So stop it. You see them deal with people, I believe, was it Brina Palencia who said, like,
Yes, it was
Black
Brina.
Butler is ruined for me because of you. I hope you die. Like, people death threat them over their jobs for doing things that they're actors. They act.
also terrify them at
A dub is an interpretation.
They also terrify them at airports.
Because
that happened to
there are
Brina
people who
too.
chase them down for... Yep, there's people who chase them down for, autographs, who, then sell them for money and, cheapen the experience for other people who have waited a long time to meet them. There are people who, shit on them because you're not the Japanese, despite people doing really good jobs. I mean, we're critical of people here. Like, I've lately been very vocal about how I'm not a really big fan of the writing in the free dub. Doesn't mean I want J. Michael Tatum to go die in a fire. I respect him, and I respect his writing.
I also remember that one time where you screamed that Micah Solosad was you from Seraph, which hurt my
I ended
ears.
up being wrong.
Which hurt my ears. I remember that. So yeah,
I'm sorry.
So yeah, we are really vocal and critical about things, but we also understand that it's a very difficult job. It's a thankless
And it's also
job,
a very
and we have
difficult job
complete
we're
respect
not
for you.
doing.
Yeah, we have complete respect for the actors and the production staff behind it.
And there are times that we don't get the knowledge of what the Japanese are telling them to do. Also, stop yelling at the companies for delays from Japan, you fucking thankless fuckwits.
Wow, strong language.
Preach
on
it.
that one.
Preach it.
Sorry. Just, like, that's one of the things that really pissed me off, and I'm pretty sure we might bring this up in the other DR3 episode, but Funimation's not at fault for what another studio is not giving them. Not to mention, I don't care what anyone says, and I know Miles from Crunchyroll really got on this fucking guy's case. Just because one company's got something out faster than Funimation doesn't mean they have Funimation's fucking quality standards. Doesn't mean Aniplex works the same way that they do. That Funimation works the same way Sentai does. And the whole vice versa loophole thing. It's like going into one bank and expecting them to work the same way another bank does. They don't. They do the same things, but they're not run the same way.
Exactly. Each of these companies have different business models and standards that they go through, that they go by.
Standards and quality and things that they want. Not to mention, there are things like time gaps. So a European company probably is going to get something out faster than the American company because they probably actually got there and got to work on it a little earlier. But seriously, stop thinking that, like, you not getting something immediately is the end of the goddamn world in the anime world. Like, good shit takes time to do. Good jobs and good acting require time and stuff and hard work, and at the end of the day, you have a right to be critical, and you have a right to your opinion. You do not have the right to tell somebody to go fucking die, to go tell them that they are a worthless sack of human shit, when they are doing a pretty thankless job for you to get your jollies off and enjoy your silly cartoons.
Yeah.
It's like I always said, people who use Kiss Anime have small and insignificant genitalia.
It's sad because at one point years ago, I was one of those people.
And then I learned better.
Yeah, and then I learned better. So, yeah, that's essentially our... Well, it turned into like a 15-minute PSA again. So yeah, as Hardy basically puts it, love your voice actors, people. Mm-hmm. They work really hard for what they do, and they just... I personally, I think everyone can agree, they just deserve your respect and your appreciation. For what they do.
You don't have to like what they do, but you can appreciate what they do.
Yeah. Just respect and appreciate them. That's the very least that they could probably ask for, if anything. Mm-hmm. And I mean,
And besides, usually bad dubs are the director's fault anyway. So.
And I mean, coming from someone who is somewhat involved in like the entertainment and theater world, I can understand completely, and I have a huge respect for voice actors and production staff as well, for what they do. So, otherwise than all of that, I think we're done for the night, really.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm sorry for Tri-Babe.
No, it's all right. You had a slightly hard day at work today too, so you're just like,
stop being a fuckwit.
So yeah. Basically,
Oni-chan!
So basically, that's
fuck with Dayo!
All the ramen on the sky.
All the ramen on the sky can't stop you from being a little pirating fuckwit.
Oh lord. But yeah. So that's it for basically our special little episode. Just giving you a sneak peek of what we're working on, and mostly talking about what we're covering this fall season for Simuldubs. This has actually been pretty fun, just talking about things and just shooting the shit for like an hour or so. So, maybe we could do it again?
Maybe.
If listeners do like this, let us know. We could probably do it again if you want us to. Or hell, while we're on that, if you want us to do like more surveys to help us figure out like what kind of stuff you'd like to see from us, we're more than happy to make some surveys and just to kind of gauge interest, because we're ever expanding and ever growing, so having your input is always helpful to know what we could be working on and what interests you.
Because remember,
listener.
We do this for you guys.
Yeah, we do. We're a group of nerds on the internet that just do this for fun. Otherwise than that,
we're like the Saitamas of dubbing.
Kinda, yeah. Okay. I need to finish One Punch Man, the dub for it. But anyway, if you're interested in checking out any of these shows that we had talked about briefly tonight, in terms of the fall simuldubs, again, the premiere dates that we had given you, that were brought up, those are when the dubs come out. If you want to see those dubs, as well as the ones that we mentioned before, the other ones we mentioned before, so Danganronpa 3, Tales of Zestiria, Overlord, and Shimonetta. You can go to Funimation.com to do so with their Funimation Now subscription service, because more than likely the dubs are behind their subscriber paywall, which you can sign up to do with a 14-day free trial. And of course, as always, if you don't like this subscription service, at the end of the 14 days, cancel it, or else your card will get charged, because they do ask for card information. If you want to follow along with some of the simulcasts, though, from my knowledge, the simulcast for the fall simuldub season is actually on Crunchyroll. I don't Are they also simulcasting the shows on Funimation? I don't think they are.
They are not.
They are not. So I know as of
I think I watched, I watched Zeta, and I've watched Yuri on Crunchy.
Yeah.
Haven't checked out Orange or, Kiss Him Not Me, I think I watched on Funimation.
Yeah, so as of right now, 91 Days, Orange, I think Aldermarin, and Mob Psycho, those ones are already complete and done, because they were from previous seasons. So you can watch those in their entirety for free. The other ones, those being Izetta, Yori, Kijo, Nanbaka Drifters, and Kiss Him Not Me. You can watch those as they're airing in Japan as well. And there is a Crunchyroll subscription service if you want to sign up for that, and a Crunchyroll premium subscription service where basically you can get new episodes of these shows basically as soon as they finish airing in Japan, at least an hour I believe it is, because the newer ones, they are at least 1 week under their premium subscriber paywall as well. And I believe there's a 30-day free trial if you wanted to try Crunchyroll subscription service, if you're interested in that. Personally, I have both Crunchyroll and Funimation subscription services.
Yeah.
I like them both. We're good. And since their deal, I know their monthly rates for those two services have changed a little bit too, for their partnership. But anyways, if you're interested in anything that the three of us do, because we gotta plug ourselves as always, we have Spaceman Hardy, of course. He's on Twitter at Spaceman Hardy. When he is not here, being the master of goats, the master of manliness, making all kinds of Final Fantasy references and all that kind of stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And then Megan, she's on Twitter at QueenEra2, and she's also part of the Anime America podcast, youtube.com/Anime America podcast. And
I think it's just Anime America, I don't know anymore.
It's one of the two. And are you still...
You'll find us eventually.
One day. Are you still doing seasonals with Infinite Rainy Day?
Yes, I am, but we don't know when fall is gonna start, so I'm gonna probably fight Dark to get Yuri.
Okay.
I will fight Dark's ass to get that show.
Oh boy.
That is mine.
Oh boy. And if you want to see anything I do, of course, since you probably found this episode of the special episode of Dub Talk here, you found my YouTube channel. So you can, if you want to hear more stuff from us here, please feel free to subscribe to my channel here. And where I haven't done reviews and things in a while. Things may happen or may not, I don't know. Adulting is a thing that exists. Like, it's either me being an adult and working, or it's Dub Talk right now. That's really all it is as of right now. So I don't know if I'll be able to do much else right now. But if you want to follow me and my shenanigans on Twitter, I am at Lilac Anime Review, with review being spelled REVUE. And with that, I think we're done tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
We're good.
Mm-hmm.
We had our fun talking about new shows and giving our PSA, preaching to the choir stuff, and shooting the shit. So with that,
still never got around to the goat though. I'm so disappointed. Oh god damn it. Goat noises are hurting my ears. Ow! Ow! Oh god damn. No, Hardy. Hardy, you're gonna understand I think you might understand where I'm going when I do this. The I knew you were trouble thing. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Do it.
I'm not familiar with the lyrics for that song, but
we'll do it later.
Straight out of Compton!
On the cold, hard ground. Trouble.
And my ears are done. That high-pitched goat noise. Oh, Lord.
I cannot believe I can make a goat noise.
Oh, God, I'm going to...
Apparently my talents are sounding like I'm from Texas, being a little old Jewish lady, and being a goat.
Oh, God, I need to go to bed. I have to work in the morning.
Kids! I have to go get my hair done at 8 in the morning, and then I have to go to work, and then a wedding.
Oh, Lord. All right. So with that, we're calling it a night. So thank you guys for joining us on our weird, crazy special episode of Dub Talk. The fall student council election arc. That special episode. So
The great ramen on all the ramen on the sky. It's the great pumpkin Oni-chan.
Mm-hmm.
And so until next time, guys. Otaku on, my friends.
Keep it manly.